Questions for Bob?
Bilal, with Eddie out last year, you had an opportunity to do a lot of different things up and down the defensive line. What's it like to kind of get back and just to kind of settle in on some things, the positives of having Eddie back?
Oh man, it feels amazing. Number one, we all know what type of caliber player Eddie is. Pro bowler, best in his position. Just to have a dominant guy like that right back with you, holding down the middle with Akeem on the other side, man, it's amazing. You know, we feel like we back to full strength now.
Did you enjoy like having the versatility of doing different things, or would you rather just kind of like focus in?
Really didn't matter to me. Wherever I was needed. I mean, you know, whether that was playing in, nose, one technique, three technique, whatever that was going to help the team. Really, you know, I really don't have a preference. I'm just one of those guys. I'm just going to go out there and just do whatever's asked of me and do it at the highest level.
And what kind of back and forth did you have after?
Yeah, actually, Eddie played a huge part in a lot of my success last year. You know, everybody know Eddie to be very quiet, but Eddie was reaching out last year after games, giving me advice, giving me tips on how to play nose, you know, helping me with my technique. You know, if I had good plays, he'd hit me up like, yo, that was a great play. You know, he was very helpful. And, you know, a lot of my success came from, you know, talking to him and really watching his tape. You know, I'm not his size, or I don't have the, you know, capabilities he does, but, you know, he helped me out and helped me find out ways to make it work for myself. So he played a huge role.
Well, what have you been focused on this offseason, trying to build off of your strong season last year?
Just making sure that I'm staying in tip-top shape, and that you know, I'm staying hungry. You know, I had an okay year last year, but it's a lot of things I needed to work on and I needed to build off of. You know, I wanted to become better in the run, better in the pass, just a better overall player in general. So, you know, this offseason I just really focused on my body, really being a professional, you know, trying different things I never really tried before, different methods, just making sure that everything is connected, everything is working the way it should be, and just staying on top of myself pretty much. Oh man, he bring the juice. Coach Sean has been amazing so far. Every day is energy. Every day is it's excitement. You know, you really feel the thrill, and I'm quite sure you guys feel that when y'all out at practice. It's like you know, we revamped. We got a whole new swagger about us, and it kind of reminds you so far of that 2018 swagger that we had. And I know that was something that we all agreed that we wanted to get back to. So, you know, he's been amazing so far. I can't say enough great words about him.
As kind of a reserved guy by nature, how do you guys feel the juice coming from him? In what ways does it energize you the way it has?
Oh man! First of all, when we get on that field, it's a switch. He be juiced up, even in meetings too. I don't think you guys see that side of him, but you know, he's very passionate about what he does, and he's not going to let nobody outwork him. You know, and that's what, as players, you want in your coach. Somebody that's going to be out there with you through thick and thin, that's giving it their all, and he's just amazing for real. You know what I'm saying? And he's done a great job so far, and it's a lot of excitement about it. Yeah, I mean, the way we prepare for the games. You know, Vic was a very detailed guy. He had everything lined out for you. Even like the reasons for why we did things, everybody understood why we were calling certain plays in certain situations, and that helped them understand what their job responsibility was. And you know, it's just the way he prepared us, and you know, we getting that feeling back.
You mentioned your off-season training. Where did you do that at, and who did you work with?
Yeah, so a lot of my training I did back home with my trainer Jamil Morrell. You know, I've been training with him pretty much since I was in high school. So he's been a guy that I go to pretty much for all my D-line work, my O-line work. I mean, my D-line work, drills on the O-lineman, everything. And I just I'm one of those guys. I stick to my roots. I'm not really into trying new things. If something worked, you stick with it. And he knows my body, and he knows areas that I needed to work on. So we attacked it together.
Coming off a career year in sacks, tackles for loss, what are your expectations for yourself? You have Eddie Goldman back, so there's some stability. What are your expectations for yourself for this season?
All pro, simply all pro and winning the Super Bowl. You know, that's just how I feel, and that's the type of standard I hold myself to each and every day. I'm just trying to get better and better, and continue to reach that ultimate level. And I feel like if I could reach that level, it'll help our team tremendously. And you know, that's all I'm focused on right now.
Well,
What does the blue bucket do for you guys?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
The blue bucket, the turnover bucket.
Oh, the blue bucket. Oh, it give us an incentive. It give us some energy. You know, when you get that turnover, you want to run to that blue bucket because you want to show everybody what you can do. So it's just something just to keep us going, keep us excited. You know what I mean? You know, it's hard to get a turnover in the NFL. They don't come easy. So when you get them, you got to celebrate them.
You call it the turnover bucket?
Turnover bucket, takeaway bucket. Yeah.
Do you see it affect the offense when you do that? Do you see anything in their eyes when you guys do that?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even be looking at them. I be trying to hurry up and run to the bucket. But I mean, they feel it though. I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure they do. Oh man, I need to get on the jug. That's what happened. Nah, you know, I just kind of read the screen. You know, I take good pride in trying to recognize plays and make sure my recognition is there. And I just kind of read it and, you know, just went for it. And next time I'm gonna catch it though. No, you can do whatever you want. Any type of slam dunk between the legs, reverse, anywhere you want. It can't be whack though. You're gonna hear about it in the meeting room.
Who's the best one? Is there?
Who had the best one? I think Jordan Lucas had the best one so far. A couple of days ago, he did it between the leg. That was pretty neat.
Well, Jay Rogers is given a lot of credit for your success and a lot of players' success. And seen as a guy that position coach the Bears would miss. What's the transition been like to Chris Rumph, and can you tell the difference?
Oh yeah, it's been amazing. You know, it's definitely been amazing. Coach Rumph has been awesome. You know, we first and foremost, you know, as soon as he got here, he called me. We made it an emphasis to talk every week. You know, whole time we've been talking all off season. He's been checking in on my family, which you appreciate, and it allows you to form a connection outside of football, and I think that's very important. You know, and then when we come in here, he pushed me. He pushed me past my limits, and you know, I appreciate that because I'm a guy that I have high goals for myself. So he want me to reach those goals, and you know, I appreciate that from him.
Well, you make a nice buck on the rookie deal, but that second contract is where you really get paid. I'm wondering, has the team indicated any possibility to you of getting something done early, and how much of a motivator is that second contract for you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm just focused on this year. I don't really know, you know, we just gonna play it out, and we'll go from there. I'm just focused on winning the Super Bowl this year. All that stuff will take care of itself. You know, you go out there, you play well, you bring a championship back here to Chicago, that'll take care of itself.
Just
What does it mean to be at this point in your career that you even haven't thought of that, haven't thought of an expectation of All-Pro from where you came from in Delaware?
Oh man, it's a blessing. I really think that it's a credit to, you know, the work I put in and the supporting cast I got around me. I got a lot of great people around me, a lot of great people that push me, and they aren't scared to tell me what I need to work on. And I think that that's very important when you're at this level, because it's always something that you can work on. Whether you're an 8-year vet, 4-year vet, whatever the case may be, you can always work on something. And, you know, I think that's just a credit to my hard work, my willingness and eagerness to want to get better, and then those people around me who, you know, aren't scared to tell me what I need to get better at. I think that's why I've been able to thrive, because I got, you know, my D-line. I got my trainers from back home. I got so many people that's not scared to tell me, yo, that wasn't good enough. And, you know, that motivates me.
to clarify, you said play it out. Did you mean you expect to play out this final year of your rookie?
You try
to
to get me. Nah, I mean, I'm just playing this year. I don't, you know, who knows what the future holds. I don't know. I'm living right now in the present. So, you know, I can't really speak on too much about the future. I just know right now, every day I got to continue to get better to give our team a better shot at winning the Super Bowl.
Is that hard to do? I can't imagine looking ahead and thinking, oh my gosh, I could be in for a lot of money here in a year. So how do you compartmentalize that?
I mean, it's all about focus, really. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, I would be lying to you if I said that I don't think about it, or, you know, that it's something that's easy to not think about, because, you know, you worked so hard your whole life to get up to this point. And, you know, it's just about just staying focused. At the end of the day, I feel like when you thinking about things in the future, you messing up for yourself in the present. So, you know, I try not to get caught up in all that. My time going to come, I put the work in, and, you know, I'm going to continue to put the work in. So, you know, I'm going to let the work speak for itself. The work has gotten me this far, you know, so we're going to keep working.
Cody, I think you guys are going to have one of the best interior offensive lines in the league this year, but there's some uncertainty going into this season at the tackle position. Are you guys expecting to have to, help a little bit on the outside, maybe, kick out a little bit?
They'll have a good plan for us. The guys are working hard right now. And that's just our main thing is throughout the training camp and, this time we just work on getting better every day. Fundamentals, technique, all that stuff. We're just working on that every day, and that'll carry over and help us become a better team.
Last season, what did you learn about Sam, both as a player and as a guy that sort of has an energy that guys follow?
Yeah, Sam, what he brings to our O-line, he's tough. His work ethic, just his overall knowledge of the offense. I've really seen him grow as a player, and just the amount of knowledge that he has for the game and the way he sees things, is something special. And we're really fortunate to have Sam, and he's doing a really good job for us right now.
Cody, what would it mean to you, and what do you think it'd do for your performance to play the same position 17 games in a row?
I've always been a team-first guy. That'll never change. So I'm happy to be where I am now. But if the team needs me to change, I'm always down for that too.
Do you think that there's another level in your performance just by being able to settle in and focus on that one job? Or?
Absolutely. The more you play a position, the more comfortable you get. And I feel really comfortable right now. But like I said, I'm always a team-first guy, and if the team needs me to move anywhere, I'm always down for that.
Well, was just in here. You obviously go up against him here in practice. I'm curious where you've seen his growth, and when you're going against him, what do you need to be most aware of in his skill set?
Yeah, I've seen Bilal since he was a rookie. I've really seen him develop. And one thing that is different when you come into this league is in the off seasons, it's all your time to, spend it how you want it. And you can tell Bilal works really hard. He focuses on, the lifting and studying and learning how to be a pro. And that's what he is. He's a pro. He takes the game seriously. He takes care of his body, and you can see that on the film. He's quicker, he's stronger, and he's faster. So that's gonna help him on the field on Sundays as well.
When Tevin Jenkins was drafted, and I guess it was during rookie minicamp, he talked about being mentored by you and how you kind of took him under his wing. What have you seen from him, and what type of advice do you give a guy coming in as a rookie? Obviously, you started right away.
Yeah, it's tough to come in and with expectations and this, and this. But I think you just got to take it day by day and just really lean on an older guy, a veteran guy. Listen to what he has to say. Study tape with them. Basically leech onto a guy. Follow him in the weight room. Follow him where he goes. Be early to meetings. And it's so new to all these younger guys. Coming into training camp, they're long days. They're filled with a lot of stuff. So you just got to take it one section at a time, whether it be a walkthrough, whether it be, a lift, whether it be, a meeting, and just try and absorb all the information that you can get. And then, when you get out on the field, just take the techniques that you've learned through those meetings and put them in practice.
Who was the veteran that you did that with when you were a rookie?
It was Kyle and Josh Sitton for me. So, yeah, I had two really good guys to help me along.
Cody's kind of the same.
Yeah, I think that helps. Obviously with the year we had last year, there was so much uncertainty, and it was just a lot of crazy times, and we didn't know what to really expect. So we had to be really adaptive and just be able to change on the fly. This year, it's a little bit different. If as far as vaccinated versus unvaccinated, and that kind of thing, there's certain regulations, but for the most part, it feels a lot more normal. We get to see you guys, we get to see our fans, we get to, be here all the time and not have the Zoom meetings as much. So that's definitely beneficial. I think, with a lot of guys being able to be in the same meeting room and collaborate on different things, it's much better than, over Zoom and you're by yourself and you can't talk. So, all those little pieces definitely help.
Cody, does it take something off you pressure-wise or mentally or whatever to be vaccinated and not have to worry about whether you're going to come in and...
Yeah, there's definitely, that's everybody's individual, preference. But, for me, it is a lot easier for me.
Cody, when you talk about your leadership, how much has Sam kind of leaned on you, and what have you been able to do to help him along?
Sam's done a great job. He likes to give me credit. I don't take all the credit at all. Sam's developed into a good pro. And that's just the type of person he is. That's the player he's became. And I think the sky's the limit for the kid. But, I just love the mentality he comes with every day. He comes in ready to work. He's one of the first guys in the building. He's always studying his iPad. Every time you see him in his locker, he's always trying to perfect his game. And that's helped him be where he's at today, and he's only going to get better.
Cody, how does it affect the offensive line and you personally if and when you make the switch from stationary type guys like Andy or Nick to an athlete like Justin?
Yeah, the coaches will put us in great position, whenever that time is. The guys are just competing right now, and they're doing a good job with it.
You need eyes in the back of your head, though, when you got somebody like Justin back there?
Justin puts us in good positions. Andy puts us in good positions. Nick puts us in good positions. So as long as we do our job up front, all that other stuff will take care of itself.
What's your level of eagerness to get into full pads?
Yeah, there's this little ramp-up period right now, and a couple years ago you have like 2 days, I think, and then you're in full pads. I know us big boys up front are ready to hit, so we're really looking forward to that next week.
Cody, with the personnel shifting, specifically on the outside, what have you all done to try to establish chemistry, even though the only returning starters will be you three in the interior?
I think the biggest thing that we try and do, and we try and do this in OTAs, when we're able to, is just, even when we're not meeting with coaches, we're still together, in the facility, trying to, lift weights together, trying to, study tape together, just be around the guys so we can get to know them on a personal level, and that helps that relationship on the field. And the more you do, the better. I think continuity is the biggest thing with the O-line, and that all starts on and off the field. But I'm a big believer that when all that starts, it's in the off season.
Did you all have a chance to hang out outside of Hallis Hall? Maybe go out together? We haven't, with all the protocols and stuff. Hopefully moving forward we'll be able to. But we just take advantage of our time that we get. That's what training camp's all about. We're in this building for, a long time throughout the day. So, we got to make it fun and get to know each other, and, that carries over to the field. I'll say this, one of my first days in pads, I got my welcome to the NFL, by Eddie Goldman. So, the game does go faster. People, are flying around out there. It feels good to be back in pads. We haven't been in pads for 6 months, so it's definitely, you have to make sure that they're ready to be able to get hit and then deliver some blows too. I don't know if he put me on his butt or on my butt, but he definitely gave me a little welcome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Cody.
Thomas, the Bears got one of the fastest receiving corps in the league this year when you talk about guys like Darnell and Marquise. How you adjusted to the speed of the game so far?
Adjusting to the speed of the game is a little difficult. Definitely we're going against receivers that are way faster, but it's just kind of just going back to the basics, knowing who you're going against. So I know going against Marquise, Mooney, Bird, that they are faster, but I'm also fast too. I just got to put myself in position to be able to react and be at the point of the route that I want to be at. So it's a little difficult, but, it's nothing going to just make it easier and better for me when I play against somebody else not as fast.
Eagerness for preseason games in the next few weeks just to be able to play real football and maybe able to show us some ball skills and some of the things that you can do in that setting?
I'm more eager to just hop out on the field and just play a game in the NFL. It's been a dream of mine since I was a child, so it's just kind of coming here and conquering it and then being able to live it out as best as I can. So I'm eager to be able to do that, but I'm more eager to be able to be a Chicago Bear and say I'm in the NFL just as much.
What are some of the finer points of the game, technique stuff that Deshae has been working with you on since you got here?
Press. He's been doing that since OTAs, even though we couldn't press in OTAs. He's just been making sure that we can do it, because if we can play press and run every coverage out of our press coverage, then now it's harder for the quarterback to make the read off of the corner, so you have to go somebody else to get that pre-snap read. Very comfortable in that. My last 2 years of college, I'd probably say I played about 70% of press snaps, so press is kind of what I'm used to now.
What's the last time you tackled somebody?
Senior Bowl, I'll say the last time I made a tackle, but in the actual game, it would have been, what was that, January 1st, 2020 in the Rose Bowl.
Not that you're bringing people to the ground on Tuesday when you guys put pads on, but are you curious to just see what it feels like to be in pads regularly again?
Yes, personally, I'm a corner, so I don't really make as many tackles. I just got to make sure when it comes to me, I'm ready to make that tackle. So I'm only going to get about 6-7 opportunities a game. I got to make sure I capitalize on every single one of them.
In terms of the confidence level and the belief that side of the ball has right now?
I always try to make sure that the group that I'm in walks around with that swagger, walks around with that smile. So I'm glad that I got drafted to a team with that swagger already. You got Bojack that everybody already knows is the loudest dude on the field, and then you got Gip that kind of got like that vet swag, and then you got Jalen. Me and Jalen kind of been going at it for forever. So it's like finally somebody with that same mindset as you is on the same team as you. But everybody else got their own little swag. You got Jay Luke. That's just like the Energizer Bunny of the group. He gets everything going. So it's just like good to have all this around.
We heard Nagy talk about having a next play mentality, specifically when he was talking about Justin Fields. For you, when it comes to errors, whether small or large, what have you done to either develop that next play mentality or to gain that next play mentality? My dad always preached to me from when I was like a freshman in high school, never let the last play affect the next play. So just me being a DB, I always got to do that, because if I give up a bomb but I stop him at the 5, we got 4 more plays now to make sure that they don't score, and then now that just turns 7 into 3. But if I'm over there letting it get to me, next thing you know, that 7 then turned into another 7 on an easy slant, because I'm over there thinking about the last play I just gave up. So it's just always focus on, you feel me, not the next play, but just focus on the moment right then and there. So as long as I focus on the moment, then that last play doesn't really affect me as much as it would.
Were you surprised to see Sean decide with you and that thing
Nah, I wasn't surprised. He said usually every day the first person to get the turnover, he's usually the first one to go out there. He's coming, and he said he's going to match our energy. So having a coach that's energetic just with us and we make a play is even better, because it makes you want to keep making plays for him.
You and Duke are competing, obviously, for the same spot, but you guys had similar passing to the NFL later round picks. What's your relationship been like? Has he helped you along at all? Has it been strictly competitive? What's your relationship like with Duke?
Me and Duke just been helping each other out. He sees something I do wrong, we go to him. He goes to me. Also, we got Bojack. That's right now. He hasn't been practicing, but he's been out there making sure that like whenever we see something, he sees something like to show different disguises and giving us little tips. So I think as a whole defensive back room, it's not really competition. It's just out there. We all got to eat. We want to show that we the best group on the field every play and day out. It's always gonna be friendly competition, but at the end of the day, I want to see all my brothers eat. I really didn't kind of know what to expect immediately of what Justin Fields is, but he's a cool dude. That's probably one of the main people that I hang out with in this rookie class. We be playing games together, go over film, talk about kind of after practice, like, hey, on this play when you guys got me, what was your read on me? And then kind of like if we got them, he'll be like, what was your read on this play? Just trying to help each other get better, because at the end of the day, we want to be the best football players we possibly can. So my goal is to be around people that want to be better every day, not the people that want to be stagnant. Energetic, positive. He likes to walk around with a little swagger, stay confident, and you feel me? I love to be around a confident person, because it just brings confidence in instilling into yourself.
Yes. So it was pretty fun. He asked me, he was just like, "Hey, you want to go to the Cubs game?" I was just like, "Shoot, why not?" I haven't been to a baseball game since I was like 10 or 11, seeing the Angels play, and then we went out there, and then when they kind of announced my name, I was just like, "Dang, he had this all set up all along." I guess I was going no matter what. But it was just good. They called his name. I told him to stand up. He wasn't gonna stand up at first, and then hearing him get the standing ovation was just kind of amazing just to see. You know, this is my teammate also. Excuse me? Yes, it's good to be interacting with all the different major league teams in here. I've been growing up fans of just sports in general, so being able for them to recognize me at games and stuff like this is just an amazing feeling.
Have you had a chance to get out in the city a little bit and explore yet?
We went downtown. We kind of first got out here, but it's kind of hard. One, we are about 40 minutes away just in general, and then just two, we focusing on being able to get on the field and be a better football player. All that can come later.
Thomas, anybody?
How y'all doing? Well,
What do you see in this offense that appeals to you?
excuse me?
What do you see in this offense so far that appeals to you as a receiver and things that you think can highlight what you do well?
First of all, I want to give honors to God for having the opportunity to be able to play this year, be in this organization. Happy to be here. But I see in this offense a lot of opportunity. Got a lot of experience on this team. With this offense, a lot of guys who have played a lot of ball. So I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to be here.
One of the guys who played a lot of ball is Andy. How do you appreciate about Andy as a veteran quarterback?
That he is a veteran. He knows the game, and his attitude coming in is every day is ready to work.
Are you looking to tell us about your thought process and the decision to opt out last year?
Thought process on what?
To opt out last year.
Had to look out for my family first. The first time in my life I really put my family first, I would say. After having a baby girl, it kind of changed my perspective on things. So it was really a no-brainer for me. At this point in my career, I couldn't really make decisions just on my own selfish account. I had to factor in my daughter.
And I'm just curious, how disappointing or frustrating was it not to make the Olympic team?
A little disappointing, not really frustrating. Like I said, I'm grateful. I don't really harp on things that I can't control. I control what I could in that moment, which was to, go out there and compete. And those guys were just better on that day. So I look forward to seeing them compete and represent the country well.
Are you done competing track and field, or do you think maybe there's still a future there too?
So I'm ready for practice on Monday, and we'll go from there.
It's interesting that you wore Bears gear to the trial. What was that behind that decision?
You say what?
You wore Bears clothing to the. What was behind that decision? Just showing representing Bears.
Just showing appreciation for the organization for allowing me to be in that position. Back in 2016, the Bills did the same, and so I wore Bills gear, and I wasn't sponsored with any specific sponsor, so I was allowed to wear, kind of branch out and wear whatever I wanted to. So I wanted to wear Bears gear to let, the fans and the people who were following me know that I was still committed to football, and two, that, I was excited about representing my team that supports me.
Did you train in track and field more than you would have ordinarily? And what's it like even from March until now? How do you train for two sports?
I didn't train, I wouldn't say out of the ordinary. I just did what I do every off season. Kind of mixed between the two. So it was really not a huge difference for me.
The other day I saw you and Allen Robinson at the end of practice got a lot of work in the end zone, right on the pylons, catching them overhand, one hand in front of the pylon. Then 2.5 hours after practice that day, I came out and I heard the jugs machine just firing off. So I came around the building to see who it was, and it was just you out on the field by yourself 2.5 hours after practice. Where's that work ethic come from?
Man, that come from just life experiences. You know, I grew up at a deficit. Grew up no father, didn't have a father to throw the ball to me, so I had to really get on the jugs to learn how to catch. And so I still bring that same mentality every day, no matter what team I'm on, no matter where I am. I just got to go for it. I don't care if I catch 10 balls during practice or if I catch one. I still got to get on the jugs to make sure when I'm called in the game that my hands are sharp, my eyes are sharp, and I'm ready to go. Because I can't rely on just the plays that I get in practice.
Normally there's a playful argument in a receiver's room about who the fastest guy in the room is. Here there's no question. What's it like to have that crown undisputed?
Got a lot of fast guys. We got a lot of speed on the team, so you know, it's always been a debate about who's the fastest. I'm just glad to still be the fastest in the league.
Overall, in speed and the way he runs routes.
Oh man, that dude is electric. Speed, his quick twitch, route running, catching, just a great receiver. I can't wait to, you know, continue to build with him and help him in any way that I can to achieve every goal that he has.
Marquise, what was your thought process on getting vaccinated or not coming into the season?
Can you like broaden the question?
How did you decide what you were going to do as far as getting vaccinated or not, and what did you decide?
It's not important. That's not really important, I don't think. I really don't want to share that information.
What has been your impression of Justin Fields so far?
Cool, calm, collective. He's talented. I haven't really seen him get shook by anything. And, you know, I've got a lot of work with him in the offseason, so, I mean, he's pretty consistent. Attitude, the way he approach everything.
Not having played last year, do you feel that you have to get rid of some of the rust in terms of being hit and participating like in contact, like when you guys put the pads on and also in preseason games?
I really don't get hit that much, so I just try to outrun everybody so I don't get hit. Got a nice deep ball. I haven't had the chance to catch many in practice because I've gotten more reps with Andy. But like I said, in the offseason, throws a nice deep ball. Look forward to getting more reps with him.
Jalen told me he didn't remember that you beat him down the sideline the other day for a touchdown.
I wouldn't either. You said what?
Do you remember?
I wouldn't remember either. So.
If you was him?
Yeah. No, but hey, you win some, you lose some. We get got at some point. You play long enough, you're gonna get got. So just iron sharpening iron. That's it.
Remember that one?
Of course, I remember mine now. I don't remember the ones that I get jammed up on.
Marquise, is there a difference in technique and fundamentals running as a sprinter versus as a wide receiver?
It's a few nuances that I take from both, honestly. But it is a slight difference when you're running your routes. It's kind of hard to get in a real sprinter mode, like knees up in 100-meter mode. You kind of use some of those techniques coming in, which has helped me. It helps the DB back up because he feels the speed coming at him. But as far as me getting super upright and running, the only time you'll see that is if I'm running a go route or a deep post and I'm just trying to break away, or if I got the ball in my hand and I'm trying to separate. Other than that, my shoulders are more forward so that I'm able to break down at any given time or put my feet down at any given time, you know?
Do you watch the track and field events at the Olympics? Are you watching on TV?
I've been watching my playbook and the back of my eyelids and my daughter, so I haven't had the chance to watch anything but highlights. My best friend is over there competing, Will Clay, in triple jump, so if you get a chance, look him up.
Is that the
Besides you, Mooney, and Bird, who would be the fourth runner on a Bears 4x100-meter relay team?
It has to be a receiver.
Be anybody.
Let's say, just say Justin. That's a nice one. Yeah, I like that.
That's good.
Thanks, Marquise. Good to see you.